My dearest soul, listen closely. A broken bar, for what I am about to reveal to you was never meant for ordinary ears. It was written in the scrolls of heaven before your birth. A secret long hidden in the shadows has finally been uncovered by the light. What happened that night was not a coincidence. No, child. It was divine intervention, awoven by celestial hands, watched over by eyes that never sleep, and whispered into time for your protection. Both of them were arrested, yes, and though the world may see it as chaos, I am here to tell you the truth. It was not an accident. It was a rescue. A divine rescue from a spiritual trap you did not even know you were walking into. You were so close to giving your heart to someone whose energy was not aligned with your destiny. So close to sacrificing your peace, your joy, your divine clinger, all for a bond heaven never approved. But do not blame yourself. You loved with purity. You trusted with an open heart. And for that, we stepped in. We intervened. The night they were taken in, the sky wept, but the heavens rejoiced. Because finally, the veil was lifted. You see, the first Aeneas, the one who smiled sweetly and told you half-truths, was carrying a secret buried in silence. A past they thought would never surface. They wore a mask so well, didn't they? But justice, both divine and earthly, has a way of surfacing hidden roots. That arrest was not just about a crime, it was a spiritual exposure. What they did long ago was always going to find them, because nothing stays hidden forever under heaven's gaze. And still, you would have loved them. You would have walked into that bond with your whole soul, not knowing that the foundation was built on lies. We couldn't allow that, beloved. Your future is too sacred. Your calling is too high. You are meant for divine union, not deception. So the past was pulled into the light, and not to embarrass, not to punish her, but to protect you from heartbreak you didn't deserve. And the other, a broken bar, oh, the other. Their story is different, but just as important. They were framed, it's true. The law saw what it wanted to see, but heaven saw their heart. You asked for a sign, remember? You prayed quietly, asking, reveal to me who is truly for me. That prayer didn't float into nothing, it echoed into the chambers of angels. And we listened. The arrest revealed what no dinner date, no sweet message, no crafted image could. It showed their spirit in crisis. It revealed their true loyalty. Did you notice how they responded? Did they fight with honor? Did they break down and show you who they truly are under pressure? Because pressure always exposes what peace can hide. One was arrested for their actions. The other, arrested to be examined. Both events were heaven's hands moving the pieces so you, dear soul, could see clearly through the fog of confusion. That traffic stop that seemed random. We placed it. The flashing lights you saw on your screen? That was the alarm bell we sounded in the realm of man. You were going to say yes to something not meant for you. You were walking toward a connection your soul could not carry. And so, like a fire alarm breaking the silence, we sent earthly interruption. You may have cried. You may have felt confused. But we wept too, because we know how tender your heart is. We watched you love. We watched you give chances. We watched you wait and hope. And now a broken bar, it's time for clarity. Tomorrow, when you wake up, a white feather will rest near you. That's no ordinary feather. That is our calling card, a mark that your angel stood between you and danger. We have been circling you like a shield. That feather means this: we heard you, we intervened, and now you are free. Watch closely over the next 7 days. One of them will disappear. No goodbye. No explanation. That's not rejection, my dear, it's release. Soul contracts are ending. You won't need to chase what's walking away. Let it go. Let them go. Because your destiny does not beg to be chosen. It simply waits to be aligned. And you, sweetheart, are walking into alignment. There will be another sign. A woman in red. Her presence will feel strange, but do not be afraid. She is carrying a message. She may speak in riddles, or her words may pierce deeper than they should, but listen. There is divine intel hidden in her voice. Not all angels have wings. Some wear red and walk among you, carrying truth you need to hear. Pay attention. She has seen what you haven't. She knows what was spoken behind your back, and she will confirm what your spirit already suspects. Now, child, here is what you must do. Speak these words aloud tonight: I reject all non-divine soul ties. This is not just a phrase, it is a sword. It cuts through invisible cords. It severs ties that pretend to be love but are rooted in confusion. Your voice has power. Speak it with certainty. Then check your phone. A deleted message will reappear, or perhaps a text you never saw, or a message you forgot. That message will answer a question you've been asking. The truth is never far, it only hides until you are ready. Now, you are ready. For the next 21 days, wear black onyx. Not as jewelry, but as armor. Their energy may try to return. Remnants of connection may float back into your atmosphere. But the onyx will shield you. It will absorb the negativity and reflect it away from your heart. Let the stone be your silent protector. Let it stand for your new boundary. You will no longer entertain what God did not send. And tonight a broken bar, oh beloved, tonight is sacred. Take a bay leaf. Write on it what you desire in a partner: honesty, peace, spiritual connection, purpose. Then burn it safely. Watch the smoke rise. As it lifts into the air, ask the heavens to give you a sign. Watch closely. The smoke will dance. And in its shape, you may see a letter of the first initial of your divine match. This is not witchcraft, my love. This is spiritual clarity. Fire reveals what the eyes cannot. And your eyes are ready now. You are not crazy. You are not too sensitive. You are not imagining things. Your spirit has been screaming what your heart tried to ignore. But now you can no longer pretend not to see. Heaven has revealed. The arrests were loud, yes. But sometimes, divine messages are loud so we can finally wake up. You were asleep in a dream of false love, but we have pulled you into the light. Cry if you must. Mourn if you need. But do not return to the place you were rescued from. Something bigger is coming. A divine connection. A match made in the throne room of heaven. One who will not hide. One who will not pretend. One who will not make you question your worth. That's what you deserve. That's what we're preparing you for. But first, you must release. Truly release. Not with bitterness, but with gratitude. Because this experience, though painful, was your awakening. You've been praying for a sign. This is it. You've been asking for confirmation. This is it. You've been seeking the truth. It's here. Everything is being filtered now. What was sent by God will stay. What was sent by confusion will fall away. Comment divine filter below if your soul agrees. Let that be your declaration to the heavens. You are ready to let go of illusion and walk fully into truth. And when you do broken bar, the blessings will rush in like a mighty wind. So sleep in peace tonight. Know that the chaos was really clarity. The arrest was really alignment. The pain was really protection. And the end of this chapter is the beginning of your true love story. One written in the stars. One blessed by angels. One ordained by the Creator. You are safe. You are seen. You are chosen. Always. And we are with you. Always. And so, beloved, here you stand at the precipice of a new dawn. A sacred, trembling moment where time slows, and heaven holds its breath, watching to see if you will step forward. The shadows of yesterday, thick with regret, with wounds that never fully healed, with questions that once echoed louder than your heartbeat, those shadows now dissolve. Not because they are forgotten, but because they have been transfigured. They no longer chain you. They no longer define you. They were the soil, dark and hidden, from which your glory would rise. These this very memento is not the end. It is the beginning. You are not at the edge of your story, you are standing at the gate of your awakening. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. And what was sent to break you has only revealed how unbreakable you are. The heavens have not been silent. They have been strategizing. And now, the whispers of eternity are growing louder, clearer, more urgent. Can you hear them, beloved? They are calling your name. Every tear you cried was caught. Every night you collapsed in silence, feeling like your soul was unraveling, the angels surrounded you. Not with fanfare, but with fierce, quiet, protective love. The arrests, the betrayals, the closed doors, so they were allowed, not to harm you, but to protect you. You would not have stopped unless heaven intervened. You would have kept trying to fix what was never yours to heal. You would have remained entangled with counterfeits, prisoners of false peace and borrowed dreams. But now the scroll of your destiny is being handed to you. Do you feel it trembling in your spirit? Its ink is still wet. Fresh promises. unspoken miracles. Pages left blank, waiting for your courage to fill them. This scroll is not a fairy tale. It is your divine manuscript. And your obedience, your willingness to rise when everything tried to bury you, has earned you access to it. You are no longer walking blind. The veil is lifting. Beloved, let the pen tremble in your hand if it must, but do not let it remain idle. Write. Write your gratitude. Not because it all made sensey, but because, somehow, you are still here. You were not lost in the storm. You were carried. You were hidden in the shadow of the Almighty, while heaven rearranged everything around you. Write your dreams. Even the ones you buried. Especially the ones you buried. This is not the season of playing small. This is the season of alignment. Speak it aloud, your declaration. I am ready. I am willing. I am aligned. Let these words be more than affirmations. Let them be keys. Keys that unlock gates you didn't even know existed. Let them echo so loudly in the spiritual realm that chains break and demons tremble. Let your voice become the bridge between your heart and the throne room. Because heaven is listening. The angels are poised. And all creation groans in anticipation of your rising. Comment divine filter. Not because it is a ritual, but because it is a revelation. You are no longer accepting what was never meant for you. You are no longer tolerating relationships, environments, or mindsets that dilute your divinity. You are no longer reaching for crumbs when you were always meant for feasts. This is the season where heaven filters your life here, removing what you were too loyal to release, and revealing what has been waiting for your surrender. Claim it, sweet soul. Claim the peace that does not depend on circumstances. Claim the clarity that comes not from logic, but from divine illumination. Claim the love that is not earned, not negotiated, not withdrawn but poured endlessly into your spirit by a God who knows your name and calls you mine. You were never meant to figure it all out alone. This is your invitation to co-create with the Creator. Do you know how sacred that is? To be trusted by heaven to partner in the unfolding of your own destiny? The angels do not envy you, they honor you. Because your faith, though bruised, still breathes. Your heart, though cracked, still hopes. You, beloved, are a miracle. There are signs waiting to meet you. The white feather will appear not as coincidence, but as confirmation. The woman in red will speak not just words, but messages. Watch closely, for she is heaven's messenger. The smoke will rise not to confuse you, but to reveal hidden truth. Pay attention. For when you pray for clarity, God does not always shout. Sometimes, He sends symbols. Sometimes, He speaks through the unlikely. You asked for direction. It is here. You asked for reassurance. It is coming. You asked for the truth. It will find you. Your obedience is what activates the floodgates. Not your perfection. Not your striving. But your surrender. Share this message with another soul who needs it, and not for clout, but for connection. For in your obedience, their breakthrough may be born. Your voice is not an echo, it is a trumpet. And it carries light into places you'll never see with your physical eyes. You are a lighthouse. And someone's ship is steering by your glow. Write it. Comment it. Claim it. These are not just words, so they are warfare. You are declaring to the atmosphere that you are no longer passive in your purpose. You are no longer asleep in your assignment. You are alive, alert, and anointed. Heaven is not waiting on your perfection. Heaven is waiting on your yes. And when you say yes, truly say it, there is a shift. The kind that changes the temperature in the room. The kind that awakens old dreams and silences old lies. The kind that invites miracles to find you, even in hidden places. Do you feel it? The mighty wind of blessings is stirring. Not because you earned it, but because God promised it. And His promises do not return void. They may pass through valleys. They may encounter delays. But they always arrive. Now watch watch closely, beloved. For what is beginning now is not merely change, but transformation. What once seemed buried in delay, tangled in confusion, or swallowed by silence, is being divinely disrupted. Doubt, that silent thief, is being uprooted like weeds from a sacred garden. Joy, true joy, are not the fleeting kind the world offers, but the joy that runs eternally is being planted in its place. You will laugh again. You will hope again. You will live again, and not merely survive, but truly live, fully and freely. Watch, as what you once called the ending of the heartbreak, the rejection, the closed door, the silence is rewritten into the opening scene of something sacred. What once caused you to cry yourself to sleep will soon be the reason you awaken with praise. Heaven is not just responding to your prayer, so it is rewriting time itself in your favor. It is shortening the distance between longing and fulfillment. What you could not accomplish in years of striving will be done in days of divine alignment. You are stepping into a realm where grace outruns grind, where what was delayed is not denied, it was simply being refined. Watch now, as the wrong doors fall shut, not with force, but with peace. No more pushing. No more forcing. No more begging people to stay who were never sent. And at the same time, watch as the right doors open, a silent, sacred, sovereign. Without striving. Without schemes. Doors that no man can close. These are the doors that lead not just to opportunities, but to destiny. Not just to progress, but to purpose. You are not walking alone in this hour. No, sweet soul, you never were. Even in the depths of your silence, when it felt like your prayers vanished into the void, you were being held. You were being watched over by eyes that never slumber, by one who counts every tear and names every sigh. The hands that sculpted stars were sculpting a way for you. The voice that commands oceans was whispering direction into your storm. And the very heart that pulses at the center of the universe, broken bar, was beating in rhythm with yours all along. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not invisible. And now, beloved, it's time to move. Not from panic. Not from pressure. But from a place of holy permission. Move with faith, even if your voice trembles and your knees shake. Move with grace, for you are not being rushed, you are being released. The way is being made clear. The heavens have already gone ahead of you. What once looked like obstacles will now be stepping stones. The provision is not coming, it is already in motion. The connections, the resources, the doors, the divine appointments, so they are already orbiting your life, just waiting for your yes. And oh, the people. The ones assigned to you. The ones who were prophesied before you were even born. They are being drawn to you even now, not by algorithm, not by chance, but by spirit. They carry keys to unlock the parts of you that you thought had died. They are not here to drain you, but to remind you. Not here to control you, but to call you forth. They were prepared in the secret place. Their paths have been woven with yours by the same hands that wrote the stars. This is the story your soul has longed for. Not merely romance, though that too is being restored, but something even more eternal. Redemption. Realignment. Restoration. Love that resurrects. Love that reaches down into the grave of what you gave up on and breathes life back into it. Love that sees the scars and chooses you still. Love that doesn't demand perfection, but honors authenticity. Love that looks like the Father, faithful, fierce, and forever. Step forward now, and not because you've mastered bravery, but because you've tasted freedom. You are not bound by your past. Not shackled to old mistakes. Not married to the memories of pain. You are being reborn. Heaven has marked this moment as holy. This is a divine intersection, a meeting point of what was and what will be. History and destiny are colliding in your favor. Don't shrink back. Don't hesitate. This moment is yours. Speak it. Declare it. Align yourself with what heaven is already saying. Let divine filter be more than a command to it is a covenant. A sacred seal. A heavenly vow that you will no longer settle for shadows when you were made for light. That you will release every lie, every illusion, every counterfeit, every distraction. You are making space for the real you, the real path, the real love, the real purpose. Let the angels take note of your decree. Let the heavens rise in response. Let the veils be torn, the fog be lifted, the illusions be shattered. This is not about a fleeting trend, it is about eternal transformation. You are not just turning a page, you are entering a whole new chapter, a one written by the very author of life himself. You are not who you were. You are not what they called you. You are not your wounds. You are not your waiting. You are his. Chosen. Cherished. Called. These right here, right now is your awakening. The veils are falling. The fog is lifting. The divine is being revealed. Can you feel it? That stirring in your spirit? That tug in your heart? That is heaven confirming what your soul already knows. It's time. The scroll of your life is opening to a fresh page. The signs have been set. The stars are aligning. The wind of the Spirit is stirring. The angels are ready. And your broken bar, you are being summoned. This is your moment. Your mandate. Your movement. This is not an ending, it's an unveiling. So rise, beloved. Stand in your authority. Walk in your truth. Speak with holy fire. Declare divine filter as your banner, your covering, your decree. Say it aloud. Comment it below. Etch it on your heart. For with it, you are saying, I choose what is real. I release what was false. I welcome heaven's plan. I surrender to divine timing. I align with my true calling. Let it be a ripple in the spirit realm. Let it be a signal to the hosts of heaven. Let it be the sound that breaks the silence. The whisper that becomes a roar. The choice that becomes a chain breaker. You are not just stepping into a new season, you are stepping into a new identity. The one you were always meant to walk in. So breathe deep. Stand tall. Speak boldly. This is not just a message. This is your confirmation. This is your call to rise. This is the beginning of the beginning. And heaven is watching. The angels are cheering. The scroll is still being written. And your story, your real story, has only just begun.